Hoops Junction, and the Spurs and the Warriors finally collided. But it wasn't much of a collision because the Warriors came in there in their home gym and they took care of business. A lot of people are asking why were the Warriors able to defeat the Spurs 120-90? Why was it a 30-point blowout? And the answer is simply this: the Warriors are playing basketball at a level that is higher than everybody else. It is as if they are in the clouds and they're watching everybody below them. It is as if they are controlling the Matrix. It's like they're Neo and they're slowing down the Matrix. The game has slowed down for them so much that they can play faster than everybody else. They can shoot better than everyone else. Their best player is playing better than anyone else in the game. And even their supporting cast is playing better than any other supporting cast in the game. On paper, the Spurs and the Warriors they're not dead even, but they're close. If you think about it, Kawhi Leonard is a star, Stephen Curry is a star. They have Danny Green's a shooter, and Klay Thompson's a shooter. Klay Thompson is a little better. Then you have LaMarcus Aldridge, which is supposed to be better than anyone that they have at the 4 or 5 position, and those Warriors have Draymond Green. So on paper, it seemed like a great head-to-head matchup, but in reality, the brand of basketball that the Warriors are playing, it's head and shoulders better than anyone else. And when I mean head and shoulders, I mean not the shampoo, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about straight up and down. They're playing to the level that the 2001 Lakers were playing, when they were in that three-peat, and they're playing the 96 Bulls level. They're playing the first three-peat for the Chicago Bulls level. That level is amazing. I mean, if you just were watching that game, and it was a game, don't let the blowout get you fooled. It was a game. They were going back and forth, scoring. It was beautiful to watch, I like watching great games where there's back and forth scoring, not too much isolation. There were, the Warriors will go on a little run, Spurs will go on a little run. Warriors go on a little run, Spurs will go on a little run. But then it got to that point where Warriors hit that overdrive, and you saw it coming. I mean, when you watch the game and you see Stephen Curry get 3 steals in the first quarter, the Spurs had like 13 turnovers in the first half, you knew right then and there it was going to be a long night for him. And, I saw Tony Parker hit a couple jumpers. He even hit a three-pointer, so I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be a real good game. And then the Warriors just started unloading, run after run after run after run. It's very demoralizing. It's as if they were playing on a pro level when they first start the game, and then they go to a Hall of Fame level. For all of you guys that play video games, or you thinking about a degree of difficulty, it's like all of a sudden somebody ramps up the difficulty on you. You're like, wait a minute, what happened? Why is this not working? And that's how it is with them. They're playing on a historical level better than a lot of teams. I mean, it's crazy. It's great to watch. And what I love about the way that they play is not too much isolation. It's not too much of running plays. They're doing everything that it takes to win the ball game. Defensively, offensively. Stephen Curry is setting screens. He's setting back picks. That's the way he gets open so often. He's running off of screens. He's going away from the ball, coming to the ball. Klay Thompson, the same thing. He's setting back picks. They're going back door after they set the pick. I mean, this is fundamental basketball that, this is what Kobe Bryant was saying about the AAU that they're not teaching. And that's why when a lot of kids go from AAU and have to play in higher levels, it's very difficult for them because, they're getting their butts whooped by somebody with less talent but more knowledge on how to play the game. And the Warriors just, the encyclopedia of knowledge that they have is amazing. And think about their coach and their coaching staff. Steve Kerr and Luke Walton, both players who are coached by, Luke Walton was coached by Phil Jackson, the best coach of all time in my opinion. Steve Kerr was coached by Phil Jackson and Greg Popovich, which is amazing. So the wealth of knowledge that he has and they bring together in that staff, it's incredible. It's incredible. They're unleashing on teams, and they beat Cleveland by 30, 33, or 34. They had a 43-point lead in that game. They beat the Spurs by 30. And, you know, the Spurs' only excuse they could say is we didn't have Duncan. I saw LaMarcus Aldridge playing, and he kind of shrunk in the moment, which, honestly speaking, I didn't expect him to do much that night. You know, I really was expecting Kawhi to go off and really maintain the house or maintain the road victory, but other than that, I wasn't expecting Aldridge to really get huge numbers because he's still getting acclimated, and the way that the Warriors play, it really takes the big man out of the game. So the Spurs really need to rely on their guards and on their guards and their small forwards in order to initiate their offense. Overall, it was even though it was a blowout at the end, it was a very entertaining game. I like watching the game. I never felt bored. I think that the Spurs and Warriors, that was round one. There's gonna be a couple more rounds, but right now the Warriors are head and shoulders better than any other team in the NBA. It's not even close. And the way that they're playing, they're not playing like against anyone else here this season. They're playing against the '96 Bulls. They're playing against the 2000 Lakers. They're playing against the Showtime Lakers. They're playing against the Boston stuff. The level that they're playing on, you can tell that it's transcending this year. It has nothing to do with this year. They're playing to get that championship and solidify their spot as one of the best teams to ever play. And I can't blame them. A lot of people were talking a lot of smack about them, saying that they were lucky. But guess what? They're giving a lot of lucky ass whoopings this year. But overall, I don't see anybody really beating them. But it's still early. We still have a couple more months till the playoffs. Anything could happen. People could get lazy. Bad habits could get formed. But right now, the way that Stephen Curry's playing and the high level that he's playing at, everybody else underneath him has no other choice but to play at a high level. I'm watching the game and I'm seeing Sean Livingston. He's getting buckets. He's getting to the... I never seen him play like that in my entire life until he got to Golden State, and then he's just... something clicked. You're watching Leandro Barbosa. I mean, he was a great player in Phoenix with Steve Nash, but now it's just like a whole nother level. It's just like the championship level pedigree that they had to play with last year, and they raised the bar this year. It's just making them play at an otherworldly level. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's great to watch. I wish all teams would get better from their stars down to their role players. I wish all of them would adopt that kind of mentality. But right now we're getting that from the Golden State Warriors. I really enjoyed the game. Spurs, you got to step up. Maybe Tim Duncan playing the next matchup could bring a little more continuity, but really that wasn't it. Greg Popovich pretty much sat Tim Duncan because of the simple fact that he wanted to see, without my big gun, can we beat them? It was pretty much a test. And can we beat them? That's why when they asked him, what do you think about everything going on? He said, we almost got them. So those are my thoughts on that game. And damn, the Spurs were like the league's only hope to beat the Warriors. But I don't see them beating them either. One other thing though, which we have to understand is based on their playoff tree, these two, if they remain first and second, they should be meeting in the Western Conference Finals, but anything can happen. So maybe in the Western Conference Finals we'll get a closer matchup. But right now, Warriors are taking the cake on everybody in there. They're beating everybody down. They're Joe Jackson and everybody. You know what I'm saying? They are whooping everybody's ass. There's a dance called Whoop Rico. And they said, there's this kid named Rico. We were jumping him. And, he got bucked. So we really had to whoop his ass. So that's what they're doing right now. The Golden State Warriors are doing the Whoop Rico on everybody. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. These are my thoughts about the Warriors Spurs game. Hoops Junction, where hoops meets hoopla. Like, comment, and subscribe. Take care.